Hi, and welcome to a special Legal Eagle episode of the Tattletales. My name is Tisa, and I'm going to help you break down the hot mess that is Kim Kardashian and what is going on with her SEC nonsense. Now, listen, there's a lot of things going around in the media. Most of the media, I think, is being very easy on whatever is happening. So if you're paying attention, are going to walk you through everything that happened. Now, let me just start off by saying this. And it can't be stressed enough. Hold on, let's put these legal eagle glasses back on. Do I sound smarter? Do you guys respect me yet? Let's get into this mess, all right? Now, a lot of people have been asking, what's going to happen to Kimberly's law license? To which I say, Kimberly doesn't have a law license. What are you talking about? Kim has not even passed second year law school. Now, if Kim was in real law school, as BLJ points out, SEC laws are covered in undergraduate accounting and business law schools. Again, if she was in real law school, she would have had to go to undergrad college, and this would have been covered. Had she gone to school the right way, she would have known that you don't play with stocks and money. Now, I doubt she'll be able to pass the character and fitness requirements needed to become a lawyer. Next question. A lot of you guys were saying, does this mean she can still become a lawyer? Well, Kim's in the equivalent of, if you want to call it that, the second year of law school. First year is just hazing. You still have to get to the second and third and actually pass the bar. And we assume there'll be no pandemic going on, so she won't be able to take it in Van Jones's office. There'll be different proctors actually watching. But to that, character and fitness requirements are saying, I know a lot of people think lawyers are dirtbags, and sometimes lawyers do things to make you think they're dirtbags, but you guys, character and fitness has to show that you are not involved overly in very litigious things, right? Kim has been sued by Blac Chyna. That's why she was fighting out the mud to make sure her name was not associated with it. Because had she been guilty of what Blac Chyna, found guilty in the court of law of what Blac Chyna accused her of doing, she wouldn't have a legal license. But it gets more than that, you guys, because you also have to remember that she's being sued by housekeepers. But this SEC, she's being sued by a lot of people, actually. Even remember that scam her and Scott are being sued over about them with the Louis Vuitton bags? And they're just like, you could win all this by posting. It looked like a scam from the beginning, but at the end of the day, Kim makes too much money to be doing that. Sorry, guys, had to do the fluff. But let's actually get into also this SEC filing, because this is actually serious for a number of reasons. Number one, the SEC is just like the IRS. Once they have you in their crosshairs, they don't let you go. Now, Kimberly did have a defense. I put hashtag it was an ad. However, the SEC looked at her and said, little girl, if you don't stop playing with us and pay like your brother Rob Ways, why is that not a defense? First of all, putting hashtag ad promotion in even an Instagram story, right? Only is for if it's a good or a service, right? A good clothing service. I'll clean your house. You know, like the way Kim allegedly didn't want to pay her housekeepers, her maids, nothing like that, even though she's supposed to be a billionaire. When you're dealing with a financial instrument, when you are giving out investment advice, when you are dealing with financial instruments, the SEC, Securities and Exchange Committee, has special rules you must follow. There are special rules. They don't play around with that. If you don't follow it, it could lead to markets collapsing. I'm not joking. These are those rules where it's like, listen, when you cross the street, if you see a car coming at you, you need to jump out the way. This is not up for debate. We are not going to let you get hit by the car. You need to move out the way. Now, I know that analogy was a little janky, but you feel what I'm saying, right? This is another reason why Kim is in so much trouble. Kim was paid $250,000 for that ad. $250,000. She was paid in 2021. Now, I want to say one thing, right? Everybody can sit there and talk that billionaire mess all you want. Something is not adding up. Kim, we cannot no longer call Kim stupid. You have a team of accountants, lawyers, business managers. That's why the SEC looked at her and said, so all these people, you're saying you're a billionaire. You have a private jet. All these people are standing around you. And now none of them told you that what you were engaging with was illegal? None of them? None of them? You sure, Kimberly? That's why the SEC moved on her. The fact that she is high profile, she has 300 million subscribers, and they basically said you scammed your gullible subscribers to not only go with a financial, some type of financial instrument. You didn't actually say it was a financial instrument and the nature of the ad the way you should have, but also you didn't even report that you got paid for this advertisement. You didn't even report. Now, this is in the court documents, which leads me to believe, is the IRS saying she didn't report we got paid either. We didn't know anything about this. Again, we have to ask ourselves, what is going on? Well, I'll tell you what we know, right? Let's get into these documents, but I'll say one thing. Once the SEC has you in their crosshairs, they do not let go. And I also have to say that if I was Kim, I'd be really worried, because now the federal government is combing through every transaction you had. The IRS is combing through every transaction you had. And does it seem like a billionaire with so much to lose? You just opened this private equity firm and you have so much to lose. Does it make sense in any way? Does it make sense in any way that you would sacrifice this all for $250,000? Listen, do you know how much peanuts to an elephant $250,000 is? It's nothing. It's like me sacrificing my YouTube channel, you sacrificing your job for like a Snapple and a half-smoked Newport and a little Debbie pie with a bite out of it. We see you, Rob, in the cut, right? Seriously, that's how little it's less than that to a billionaire. It's like you sacrificing all your livelihood, everything, your reputation, what you need from that new private equity firm jumping off. It's like you sacrificing everything for like one hundredth of a penny, not even one millionth of a penny. It's laughable that you would do something so reckless, which leads people to ask, what is going on with Kim Kardashian and her finances? What is going on with the smoke and mirrors? Are you either that you need the money and you're inflating your worth, even though Skims is valued at $1 billion, valuation, as we know, is not actual liquidity. Something can be valued at $1 billion, but that means if you keep doing business, as we see you have in the next 3 to 5 years, we estimate you will be worth $1 billion. Now, is it worth something? Absolutely. However, valuation when you need liquid assets is not, it doesn't translate. You know, it's like having you just inherited like a $3 million mansion, but ain't nobody buying mansions. So do you really have that $3 million? Because if you cannot get someone to buy that mansion for $3 million, $2 million, $1 million, do you really have anything? These are questions we have to ask. Do you really have anything? So we have that, right? One, is Kim broke? Or at the very least, are they just not liquid, right? Two, if you are not just not liquid and you haven't been overinflating your assets a la Kylie Jenner, are you just greedy? Are you that reckless and greedy that you put everything in jeopardy? Now, she does have to pay a $1 million fine, and I believe in the amount of $10,000. This is the damages she agreed to pay, right? I'm actually going to go live later today and go through all of these documents. I think it'll be fun. You guys can call in. We can ask questions. We'll break down this legal document thing. But honestly, she promoted the assets on her Instagram, approximately $250,000 for this promotion. She literally put a link for a welcome intro video. She did a lot of work for a billionaire, right? This is 2021. For a billionaire to only get $250,000. This was in June 13th of 2021. She put an introductory video stating she had a big announcement. Mama was working for that $250,000. Okay, Now, so anyway, in the fine, she ended up paying 200. Oh, she got paid $250,000. Of course, she had to get this back. $10,415.35 in prejudgment interest, and a civil money penalty in the amount of $1 million. That $1 million is being held, and this is the sad part, for the people she defrauded. The people and her subscribers that she defrauded. You guys, again, let's go through the list of things. One, she just hired a private equity firm. Her name is hot. Would you let her, actually, let me put my legal eagle glasses on. Yes, there's no lens, but just go with me. I think they make me look smart. Anyway, right? So she, okay, so she hired, because apparently on Twitter, right? On YouTube, you got to have glasses on and like put everything down for people to take you seriously. So I'm just trying to convince, all right? But honestly, all jokes aside, right? Let's look at this. You have a new private equity firm. Who is going to, again, you can use your own money for investments, but who is going to invest with you right now because you are hot? Even though you settled with the SEC, baby, they got their eye on you. They are combing through every transaction you've had in the last 10 years. I think the IRS is combing through every transaction you've also had, because if you didn't report that and you were being that reckless and playing that loose, what's the odds you weren't reckless in another way? Seriously, scammers keep scamming. This is what they know. The IRS changed laws a few years back that there's no longer a 7-year statute of limitations. They can go back to as early as your first tax return to find out if you committed any type of fraud or if you underreported or did not report income. This isn't the first time that Kim's been slammed with kind of gliding the law. Let's not forget she's on the Australian immigration watch list because she lied 3 times about entering the country, saying she was there on tourism reasons, and she was actually there to work. Miss Bold, she got bold and even had a store appearance for that little tired Dorothy Perkins lamb. Okay, so that's one thing that she has to worry about. Number 2 that she has to worry about, right? Her legal license. Now, she's a long way from even sitting from the bar. Had she gone to undergrad school or even gone to law school, she would have maybe had this known, but there is a character and fitness test you have to pass. When you are involved in litigation like this, whether it's a settlement or not, they start to look at it and they say, do you have the character to actually be a lawyer? Because this isn't old stuff that happened that you can say, oh my God, I've changed. This is real things that are happening over and over again. Number 3, we have to think about, right? What does it say about Kim's methods of income? The way every time they're on the stories and they're like, oh my God, you guys, this is so cute. Can this keep going, or is everything they put on their stories an ad? Again, everybody wants to treat Kim like she's a private individual, but she is a savvy corporation with tax accountants, advisors, media, business attorneys, accountants. She is the best of the best working for her. And she runs a private equity fund, which means to actually have that private equity fund, she had to have some base knowledge. You guys, that $1 million is being held in escrow for any of her victims. And there were people that people are saying have lost their life savings or a lot of money because they believed it was a great investment. Now, I know what you're saying. What dummy would follow Kim Kardashian down the Wilton Road? You guys, listen, we're going to go live. We're going to break this down. It's going to be a good time. But I just wanted to give you guys an actual rundown on how this is going to affect Kim, why it's so bad. And even though she paid that $1 million fine, she is not out of the woods yet. Not by a long shot. Listen, Kanye said he ain't letting nobody bring stress to the mother of his kids. Let's see if that applies to the U.S. federal government. Because right now, woo, Kim must be so stressed. This ain't a blessed thing. This is not a blessed thing. Anyway, y'all, let me know what you think in the comments, and I will talk to you later. Bye.